What are we gonna do, though? Junpei and Seven had finally arrived at the church, exhausted and out of breath. As their lungs struggled to catch their breath, their eyes frantically scanned the room.
Where are they?
I don't see them.
You think they already went through?
He reached up to wipe a palm full of sweat from his brow.
Maybe.
Even as he spoke, Junpei was already on his way to the larger of the number 9 doors.
Let's check the red.
The display read vacant. He spun around and headed toward the smaller door. The red would tell him if Ace and Lotus had moved.
Engaged. It's occupied.
That means Ace and Lotus went through here.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Junpei and Seven stepped away from the door. They retreated to the center of the room and began to talk.
What do we do now?
Yeah, what should we do? Well, the big door is still vacant, but...
The two of us can't do anything with it.
Yeah, not even counting how our digital route isn't 9.
Just then, as they were pondering what to do next, there was a noise. A noise like someone hitting a thick wooden panel.
What's that sound?
Junpei looked up, surprised. Seven followed suit, his eyes jumping around the room looking for the source of the sound. It's not that hard to find, guys.
Coming from over there.
It wasn't long before they found the altar. Or more precisely, what was on it.
The coffin.
Yeah.
Let's open it.
How?
By force!
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, you never know till you try. Right? The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures.
Alright, fucking Confucius, whatever you say.
Who said that?
I forget. Anyway, we've got to try.
Junpei and Seven leapt at the coffin. They grabbed hold of what purchase they could find and pulled.
Damn it!
See? Didn't I tell you? If you could just pull it open, why would it have something like that?
Seven pointed at a keypad on the side of the coffin.
So unless I put in the right passcode, it's not gonna open.
The noise hadn't stopped. In fact, as it continued, it had only gotten louder and more forceful. What were they supposed to do? Junpei wondered.
Is there some sort of clue somewhere?
Have we gotten the coffin ending again? They stood there for a few moments, staring at the coffin, and then Seven spoke.
Hey, Junpei. I remember you mumbling about some weird numbers over by the bathroom in the first-class cabin. You got those numbers by solving the secret message Clover was holding, right? Truth had gone. Or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. What about it?
Well, maybe that number's the passcode for this thing, too.
Come on, those numbers were the code to unlock that safe.
Yeah, but the person who set up that safe in this coffin is the same person, right?
Yeah, probably.
Well, then they might have set the same passcode for both.
Might as well try.
That's ridiculous.
Might as well try.
Why don't you just try it? I mean, it's not like you'll make things any worse.
It'd just be a waste of time. There's no way they're the same number.
Shut the fuck up and just try the number, you fucking idiot.
How do you know that? You never know until you try. The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures.
Oh, get fucked on. Oh my god. Annihilated.
Who said that?
You.
Fine.
He knelt down in front of the keypad and looked at it. Perhaps because he'd repeated it so many times before, the numbers came easily.
1438.
Quickly, he typed them in. He checked that he'd entered the numbers right, took a deep breath, and pressed E. It took only a moment. Get
What?
fucked.
You gotta be kidding me.
There was a click. And with a heavy clunk, the lid of the coffin slid off onto the floor. Someone sat up from inside. I knew it.
Snake!
You? Why?
Ah, those voices. Junpei and Seven, unless I'm mistaken. Where are the others? Are they elsewhere?
So, like, you're wearing cultist robes now? Of course, there was no reason Snake would have known anything about where anyone else would be. Junpei and Seven looked at one another. There was a great deal he needed to know, but they had to tell him something, however, so they began to talk. Snake explained to them how he'd come to be locked in the coffin. Apparently he'd been hit by some sort of knockout gas, and Junpei and Seven explained what happened to the rest of them.
I see. I believe I got the gist of everything. Have I been sufficiently caught up?
No, there was one thing they kept from him. There was one thing, however, that neither Seven nor Junpei could bring themselves to say. That Ace had killed Clover. They feared that if Snake knew, he might well go insane.
Yeah.
They decided as much by a look the moment Snake climbed out of the
That
coffin.
still doesn't explain why you were trapped in here.
We've still got no clue about Zero's true identity, let alone why the hell he's doing all this. Why did he put Guy X in Snake's clothes? Is all this stuff somehow related to that notary game that was played 9 years ago?
Hey, Snake, do you know anything?
Junpei put the question to Snake. His answer was less than illuminating.
What are you talking about? I apologize, but I have no idea what you're saying.
It seemed as though Snake was perhaps not being entirely honest, but that knowledge did Junpei and Seven little good.
Oh, come on, just tell us if you know.
I don't know what to tell you. How can I know something I don't?
No matter how many times they asked, he insisted that he knew nothing. It was becoming clear Snake wouldn't give in, and every second they spent asking him was a second wasted.
Bad. We're running out of time.
We need to go after Ace.
However, they stood in silence, the overpowering atmosphere of the chapel almost stifling. Junpei, Seven, and Snake simply stood, at a loss for what they should do next.
What do we do now?
He glanced over at Snake's wrist. Sure enough, he could see the two on the bracelet on Snake's wrist.
The three of us can't make a digital route of 9.
Yeah, we just get 5.
We're stuck here then.
Oh. Hey, I just remembered something.
Seven began patting his pockets as if he was checking to see if he had if any of them held anything.
What is it?
I found something earlier.
What did you find?
This.
He'd finally found the pocket he wanted, and his hand dove into it. Seven pulled out something round and metal. A bracelet. There was no mistaking the number glowing at them from the face like a cartoon eye.
0. Zero's bracelet.
What did you say? Are you saying that 7 has the number 0 bracelet?
Yeah.
Where did you get that?
Snake's question was innocent enough, but if he learned the truth, he'd been able to see. If he had been able to see, he would have noticed Seven look away.
Clover gave it to me.
She did?
Yeah.
How did she come by it?
Well, she found it. See, on the other side of door 1, A deck, the captain's quarters. She asked me to hold on to it because it was too big and bulky for her to be lugging around.
He's lying.
Yes. Junpei could tell right away that Seven wasn't telling the truth. Oh. What gave that little factoid away, Junpei?
He even told us earlier.
I haven't actually looked at it yet. Well, I did borrow one.
He probably said that so Snake doesn't find out about Clover.
Very astute. Yes, that thing that you were both in agreement to not do.
All right, Junpei. Nice knowing you.
Wait, what?
Come on, man. I'm just kidding. Still, just in case, I want to make sure the 0 bracelet gets picked up by the red. Snake, give me a hand, all right?
Without waiting for a response, he started walking toward the door. Junpei and Snake followed him quietly. Before long, they found themselves in front of the larger of the two doors. Seven and Snake put their palms on the red. Once they'd done so, Seven put the number 0 bracelet on the scanner panel. A third asterisk appeared on the screen. Now they just needed to pull the lever and the door would open. And bang.
Huh? Why isn't it opening?
Well, the third asterisk lit up, so it must have registered the 0 bracelet.
Maybe it isn't actually 0.
Huh?
What?
That bracelet may not actually produce the number 0 when scanned. That is what I'm saying. Why don't we try a few different combinations? Perhaps we can determine what number that bracelet actually contains.
Oh, got it.
Junpei nodded. They decided to use the following combinations. All of them?
Let's try all 3 of us and the... If this combination works, then the number for this bracelet is 4.
It didn't open.
Then this
Then,
Let's try Junpei and Snake and Junpei here.
let's try Snake, me, and the bracelet. If this combination works,
Ah,
didn't open.
Guess it's
then
okay. Was I unlucky or was there no correct answer?
if this combination works, then the number for this bracelet.
Damn. We hate to see it.
it opened.
Yes, so it would seem.
7 clearly hadn't thought their experimentation would produce anything useful and looked rather confused. Snake was as usual. I said Snake instead of 7. Snake was as usual calm and smug. The door slid closed. Junpei's forehead furrowed as he thought.
That means the bracelet is actually 6. But how is that possible? The display on the bracelet clearly shows a 0.
Suddenly, from somewhere far beneath them, they heard the creak and groan of tearing metal. With it came the sound of water pouring into parts of the ship that had until recently been dry.
Oh man, that's not good. I guess our time's just about up, huh?
At any rate, we know now that the door can be opened. Let's go.
But, Snake, are you sure?
Yeah. You know that only Junpei and I can go through this way.
You needn't worry. I have a solution to this problem. My last resort. But if now is not the time for last resorts, then when?
Last?
Resort?
Alright, magician, good luck. Thank God. Oh, the shortest deal ever. Thank goodness. Whew. Junpei, 7, and Snake ran full tilt down a long, straight hallway. But how exactly did Snake come through the door? He didn't scan his bracelet. They were headed for the stern of the ship and had no time for distractions. As they ran, 7 spoke.
Gotta admit, you really surprised me there, kid. I couldn't figure out how the hell you were gonna get out of that one. How come you didn't do that right off the bat?
As I told you, it was a last resort. Had I used it at the beginning of the game, I would have come under a great deal of suspicion. I imagine that most people would have taken it to mean that I was 0. Once they'd convinced themselves of that, I wasn't optimistic about my chances of making it out of here alive, let alone unscathed. I felt it best to play my cards close to the chest, as it were. That way, if I were in a situation where there was nothing else I could do, I'd have a little trick up my sleeve. I'd just take my bracelet off.
Snake's plan had been simple but effective. He'd simply removed his bracelet. How? To Junpei, it looked as though Snake had simply crushed the bones of his hand until they were small enough to fit through the wristband. Of course, that would have been practically impossible, so how had he done it? It's a prosthetic.
My brother's left me. It's
He's a boneless Andy. Snake had slid the bracelet off and tossed it into the coffin.
I know this is kind of a weird thing to say, but I'm glad that's a fake arm.
You don't have to be afraid of the door if you don't got a bracelet.
I guess 7 didn't know that he was a boneless Andy, so, you know, that's worth knowing, probably.
You are correct.
He walked through the door easily without authenticating. He stepped out the other side unscathed and began running down the hall alongside 7 and Junpei. They kept running for a while longer and eventually came upon a set of stairs leading downward to the right side of the hallway. They stopped and peered down the
I think
staircase.
these stairs connect to the bottom deck.
Doesn't look like it's underwater.
They nodded quickly to one another and jogged down the stairs. It took only a few minutes to make their way to the bottom deck. There was a single hallway in front of them, at the end of which was a single
Let's
door.
go through that door.
Junpei threw it open. Inside was a massive iron gate. A plate was affixed to the top of it. Ah, the incinerator.
Incinerator?
Oh my. That doesn't sound very pleasant.
It's an okay Pokemon, you know.
Do you see a lever near the gate, perhaps?
Yeah, right over here.
How did you know that?
Well, I'd be happy to regale you with the story. I imagine it should only take half a day or so.
Junpei grumbled, gave Snake a dirty look, and jogged over to the lever.
If you pull it, the door ought to open.
Got it.
Thank goodness the incinerator is open. With the rumble of an ancient motor, the door opened. There was no need to hold back and no time to hesitate. They pushed their way inside. Why would you do that? Standing in front of them were Ace and Lotus. Ace still held the revolver in his hand. It was still pressed against Lotus's temple. A small dark bruise began to form near the tip. Even from several yards away, Junpei could see that Lotus was shaking. She was terrified. But perhaps more interesting was what Junpei saw behind them. 9. Another number 9 door.
Why? Why is there another one?
Well, because the game's name is 999, so obviously there's 3 9 doors. Otherwise it would just be a lie, wouldn't it? Sorry, I was tapping a pen against the table there a little harder than I should have been. The door stopped Junpei in his tracks. It simply shouldn't have been there. Why would you assume that? You already found 2 9 doors. Why would a third one come as that much of a shock to you? As his brain finally began to consider why, the whine of a warning klaxon filled the air, drowning out any thought.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
This is why you don't walk into the incinerator?
Automatic incineration will take place in 9 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Is this the room 7 came into in that flashback? Didn't that have something like these around, where he came out of the vent?
Oh my, how exciting. You've run quite a show here, Zero.
A terrifying smile twisted Ace's
What's
face.
the matter? Too frightened to understand? Here, let me explain.
It's said that the incineration system is about to activate. In 9 minutes, this room will be engulfed in flame.
How do you know that?
Who are you?
You don't recognize me? I'm hurt. It's me, Snake.
Snake? Oh yes, you are alive. I'm afraid your bizarre style had me confused. I'm quite glad to see that you're alive.
Ace's voice didn't change. Snake ground his
If you
teeth.
don't mind my asking, how did you get here? Snake, Junpei 7. The 3 of you couldn't have opened a door with a 9. Did you use Clover's bracelet, perhaps?
What?
Well, your reaction suggests that you did not.
Hold on. Why did you think we'd have Clover's bracelet?
Junpei felt his chest tighten. This is the worst situation to find this out in.
Oh, they haven't told you?
Told me what?
Clearly not. Normally I would take some time and enjoy the moment. But I'm afraid my time is at a premium just now. I'll have to make this quick. Clover.
Don't do it, Ace! Keep your goddamn mouth shut!
Clover.
I said stop it! Don't listen to him, Snake.
Junpei could feel his voice going hoarse, but Snake didn't listen to
What
him.
happened to Clover?
Ace looked at him. The corner of his mouth curled into the hook of a cruel smile.
Clover died.
The color left Snake's face. He shook his head weakly.
That's not true. That's impossible. It's a lie. It has to be a lie.
Oh, it's quite true. I can assure you of that. I killed her myself, you see.
What?
I'm sorry, did I stutter? I killed her.
Snake's face twisted into a mask of rage, molten red rising to dot his pale skin. His entire body shook. He's opened his eyes. We're about to find out you're not blind. He looked to Junpei disturbingly like a demon. He's dressed like a cultist right now, so...
I would have rather she died with less suffering. A bullet in her brain, perhaps, would have been ideal. Unfortunately, that would have made quite a bit of noise. Circumstances being what they were, I was forced to settle for the knife. The one the 9th man had, you remember. I believe I caught her just below the shoulder blade. I was rather lucky, in fact. My first thrust went right between her ribs. Her flesh was so soft.
This fucking guy.
My knife slid in so easily. There was no resistance. That feeling was... I confess, I feel rather excited. It is a powerful memory. Someday, perhaps, I hope I can feel it again.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
I'm going to kill you.
Snake's words were a guttural growl, barely audible.
What was that?
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Ah, so you're going to kill me. Please do. Come now. I'm waiting.
Don't do it! Don't listen to him, Snake! Stop it, kid. He's screwing with your head.
Is there a problem? What are you waiting for, boy? Don't you want me to send you to join your sister?
Don't! The snake! Don't do it!
But Snake could no longer hear them. Snake could no longer hear anything. Snake moved like a bolt of lightning. His scream echoed through the incineration chamber, full of rage and despair.
Snake! Snake!
Another scream filled the room. It was Lotus. She ran across the room toward Junpei, her eyes wide with terror.
Lotus! Hurry! This way!
Snake's ill-fitted attack had loosened Ace's grip on her, and she'd made a run for it. She reached Seven and Junpei and ducked behind them. Now, tragically, he does still have a gun, so this hasn't really solved any problems.
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes.
Give me the woman.
He raised the
I
gun.
need her. Without her bracelet, I will be unable to open this door. Quickly now. I don't have time for your shenanigans.
Bro dropping shenanigans in this situation. Way to destroy all credibility, bub. In the center of the room, Snake's body lay eerily still. He looked like a human larva, prone and vulnerable on the floor. Weird way to put it, but okay.
I see. Then it would seem I have no choice. The rest of you must die as well. Fortunately, I have 5 bullets left. 1 for Junpei, another for Lotus, and the last 3 for that lump of idiotic man you call Seven. I will take Lotus's body with me and leave this room.
Incineration will begin in 4 minutes.
Well, it looks as though our time together is at an end. I rather enjoyed playing with you.
Damn it!
Junpei could see Ace's finger tighten. He could see it begin to squeeze down on the trigger. His body tense, preparing for the catastrophic impact of hot lead against human flesh.
Goodbye.
Then it happened.
Kill you?
Snake stood up.
What? No, that's impossible.
For the first time, Ace's composure broke. With obvious effort, Snake lunged forward 1 step closer to Ace, then another. He looked for all the world like a zombie.
Kill you. I'll kill you.
His voice was the mournful wailing of the undead.
Stay away from me. Get back. Stop. If you come any closer, I'll get away from me.
Just shoot him. What the fuck's the matter with you? You shot him once already. Why are you struggling to do it again? Little by little, Ace was retreating. Snake didn't stop. He continued his stiff, inexorable approach, his eyes twin pools of pure fury.
Listen to me. I said, don't come any closer. Shit. You bastard.
Ace's revolver leapt 5 times. 5 times, the air in the incinerator was split by the crack of a bullet. Snake's body twitched as 5 clouds of blood and torn flesh leapt into the air across his body. A fine pink mist drifted from his body and disappeared. Junpei didn't have time to ponder what that meant before... Bro, still going, let's go. And then his strength was gone. Ah, that sucks. I was hoping he was just gonna fucking snap his neck. His legs crumbled and his broken, battered body slid to the floor.
Incineration will begin in 3 minutes.
Finally. You're...
But Snake wasn't done. Oh, but it persists.
I'll kill you.
The indomitable human spirit. Even as the pool of blood beneath him grew, he began to move. He half crawled, half slid toward Ace. One bloody arm wrapped itself around Ace's leg,
Won't. Get away.
and the other gripped his thigh with strength that should have been long gone.
You son of a bitch! You're a monster! Get off me! Let me go, damn you!
He kicked at Snake with his free leg, driving his foot into Snake's face, his arm, his shoulder. Bro, how are we gonna solve the puzzle in this room in like 2 minutes? It made no difference. Snake refused to release him. Once a snake has ensnared its prey, rarely does it release it.
This is it, Ace. We're going to burn to death together.
What?
Incineration will begin in 2 minutes.
Yeah, damn it! Damn you! Get off! Let me go, you monster! Okay, look. Think about it this way. My company owns a wonderful hospital. It has excellent doctors. You're not wounded too seriously. I'm sure they can fix you up easily.
Bro, come on. Have some fucking dignity.
You don't have to die. You could be saved. Just let me go.
You shot the guy 6 times and now you're gonna grovel?
Pathetic. Begging for your life.
From the dude you just shot 5 times. 6 times. Then Seven and Lotus began to speak. Junpei could hear tears in their voices and their words were strained.
Snake, that's enough. You can stop now.
Yes! He's right, Snake. You've done enough!
Come on, Snake, let's go. Let's get out of here.
You have to come with us. We have to leave together.
Snake turned toward them. He coughed and then blood splattered across the floor. Then he smiled a sad sort of
I
smile.
apologize, but I'm afraid I can't do that. You'd best forget about me. You need to leave soon. I'm going to take him with me.
Shut up! Be quiet!
Imagine being unable to get this guy off of you when you're as big as Ace and you just shot Snake so many times.
I couldn't save Clover. My sister died because of me. Perhaps this will begin to atone for that. Perhaps in the afterlife, she can forgive me. Now go. Go now. You have to go.
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
God damn it! Shit! We're out of time! We gotta go!
Seven ran toward the exit. Lotus followed him. But Junpei couldn't move. There were white lines drawn down Snake's cheeks where his tears had washed the blood away. He was broken, body and soul, and Junpei felt as though half of his own heart had been torn out. His eyes stung, and he tried desperately to swallow to clear the lump in his throat.
Hey, what are you doing? You have to get out of here now.
Junpei's chest tightened, pulled taut by anger, misery, and a cold feeling of emptiness. Pure emotion surged through his heart alongside the torrent of blood. He could feel it building, a tremendous wave growing taller and taller and taller. And then it broke, crashing down with thunderous force onto his shaken, unprepared mind.
Snake! Snake!
Snake! Junpei's rational mind was gone. He was driven by instinct now and launched himself across the floor at Snake and Ace. Or perhaps he tried to.
Wait! Don't be an idiot, Junpei!
He felt a hand grab him from behind. It was Seven. Before he had time to react, the larger man had pinned Junpei's arms to his side and was hauling him bodily back toward the door.
No! No! I have to help Snake! 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 Get off of me! Let me go!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds.
What are you expecting to do, dog? Snake is gonna definitely bleed out before we get him anywhere. Oops, I clicked out of the window.
7.
That was a bad time to do that.
Damn it, I don't get a choice, kid! Don't blame me for this, alright?
5, 4, Plates 2 and 3 are locked down, beginning incineration.
Junpei felt Seven's fist bury itself deep in his stomach, and his legs turned to mush. Seven scooped him up in the same motion and leapt through the door. It slammed shut behind them. Junpei struggled to shaky feet. He glanced over to see Lotus a short distance away. Junpei ran to the door.
He's...
There was a small window cut into it. Inside he could see Ace and Snake.
Jin! Damn you all! Why? Why? Why me? I don't deserve this!
You don't?
Answer me! Answer me, Zero! Why? Why? Zero! Zero! Zero!
Get fucked, nerd. Haha, loser. He didn't know how much time passed. He didn't know how long he stood there, in front of the incinerator. He looked to the side. Lotus's face was ashen, and if not for the hand she'd put against the wall, Junpei didn't think she could have stood. Seven looked old and tired and used. His eyes stared at the floor, seeing nothing. Junpei said nothing. He simply began to walk toward the open door in the hallway they'd come down earlier.
Hey, wait! Junpei!
Junpei, where are you going?
He blinked when their voices broke the silence. He stopped.
You stay here. I'll go get Santa and June.
You're gonna bring them here?
How?
How?
Don't worry about that. Just stay here and wait, all right?
He began to walk again. He looked over his shoulder and watched Seven and Lotus grow smaller and smaller. They stared back, not moving. He wasn't sure if they could. He turned around again. He knew where he was
I
going.
saw an elevator on the way here. If I can get it to work, then maybe...
Before long, Junpei found himself in front of the elevator. Next to the door was a button with a triangle on it.
Please work.
He pushed it, and the door opened. What? That's crazy. Just a nice restraint. Yes. Junpei was in the large hospital room.
June! Santa!
He kept calling and walked to the center of the room. Oh boy. Can't wait to find out what Santa's done. But try as he might, he couldn't find them.
Damn it. Where did they go?
Increasingly frustrated and increasingly worried, Junpei left the large hospital room. He had no choice. He would have to look for them. Junpei's heart was heavy. He couldn't shake the feeling, but there was a part of him that felt it would be wrong to, even if he could. With every step he took, his legs felt more and more like lead. Sometime later, Junpei found himself at the chapel. He stepped inside, expecting to find nothing. But there, on the red carpet in the center of the room... June! No, codenames didn't matter any longer. She was Connie. Junpei cried her name and ran. Like lightning, he ran across the room toward her.
Connie!
He stumbled to a stop. As he looked down at her body, laying so still on the floor, he felt the icy grip of fear upon his heart. She was still, so very still.
No. It can't be. It's impossible.
Slowly, Junpei bent down toward her. His hands shook, and he felt very cold and very hot at the same time. He forced himself to look. Her back. Her back was moving. Slowly, it rose and fell. Relief washed over him.
Connie!
Junpei reached down and gently, very gently, lifted her up.
Connie, are you all right?
Jumpy?
Her face was pale and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei but saw nothing. Trembling, Junpei wrapped his arm around her back. She was cold, very cold. Junpei tried to convince himself that it was only his imagination, but she felt as though she were fading away. He could feel his heart pounding frantically in his chest.
Oh man. Connie, what the hell happened to you? You feel...
Jumpy, I'm sorry.
Her voice was very faint.
I might not make it.
No. No way. No way I am going to let you die. I am going to save you. I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy.
Don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times. You just gotta hang on. All right, Connie?
Jumpy, did you know you meant a lot to me when we were kids?
Whoops, clicked out of the window yet again. Oh god, I clicked on something else. Oh.
I liked you for a long time.
Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. Ah, fuck me. That's because the thing I just clicked on by accident opened. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame. He looked down at Akane. There was a crack of static from above his head and a voice spoke.
Zero. You son of a bitch! Where are you hiding?
Junpei frantically scanned the ceiling for the source of the voice.
What the hell are you talking about?
June pulls out a gun and caps him.
No. No, it hasn't. I'm not gonna let it end yet. I'm gonna get out of here with Connie. Why? The wrong path? What are you talking about?
That was some bullshit.
I told you! I am not gonna lose! What?
Because Zero is trying to transmit information and we are not going to do it. Junpei didn't have time to ponder what that meant before. He heard the door slam shut behind him. He spun around. There was no one there. Was it Zero?
Connie, wait here. I'll be right back, I promise.
She managed a single nod. Junpei laid her back down gently and leapt for the door. He yanked it open and shot outside. No one. The hall was empty. There was nothing moving anywhere.
Where are you? It doesn't matter. I need to get Connie out for...
He didn't want to leave Connie alone any longer than he had to, so Junpei turned around and headed back to the chapel.
Connie!
Quite the magic act. She wasn't there. She wasn't anywhere. She'd been lying there, on the floor just moments before, and now she was gone.
God. No. No. Where is she? Connie. Connie! Connie! Connie!
His cry split the heavens themselves. He screamed until his voice gave out. Then he screamed some more. But there was nothing. No answer. His voice faded away and all that remained was cold, unfeeling silence. That was when he noticed it.
Huh?
A strange smell, one he'd smelled before.
Wait. This is... white smoke.
9 seconds later, Junpei's mind winked out. Huh? Huh? That's where you're gonna end that one? Saw the Zero Lost ending. Yet more evidence that he's trying to transmit information. How else could he have possibly lost? What other reason could there be?
Gordain, is this a dead body? Now it is time. Let our game begin.
You already lost, bozo. Fucking loser. Saw all previews. Okay. Finished the game like 5 times. Saw all previews. Now what? Oh, that's unlocked. Let's go. Nothing else has changed back here. Okay. I've been expecting like another split to appear back here this entire time because like all of this dead space on the left-hand side. Alright. Back over here. Nope, this is the wrong screen. Clover looked down at her hand and traced with her finger the faint blue veins that crisscrossed them. 7 shoved his arms into the front of his overalls and scratched his stomach. No one spoke. I don't know why I'm doing this. We probably have to get right back up to where it ended again, don't we? Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What do you mean?
Mm-hmm. So what do we think is going to happen now? Are we going to remember we could go down to the library? Or are they just going to intuit the solution because of the morphogenetic field or some shit?
hey,
You're right.
Let's.
you're telling just
That doesn't work.
not another one.
Yeah,
Do you think,
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I know that.
isn't there a hint?
Well,
We don't find one.
not.
What's the passcode? What am I?
The world blinked. Suddenly there was a voice inside of Junpei's head. Truth had gone, and truth had gone, and now the truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand.
What the hell was that?
Oh, the
Voice.
The morphogenetic field is activating.
Junpei was utterly and completely baffled.
What?
What's up?
7 and Clover ran over to him, but Junpei didn't know what to tell them. If he told them he'd heard a voice, they'd laugh, or worse, think he was going insane. So all he said was,
Nothing.
no problems here. He cleared his throat a little too loud and looked pointedly down at his bracelet, and then just started pushing buttons. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Fuck, I don't remember. Was it this one? Hell yeah. And yet that one that had 3 solutions I got right on the last chance. But the one that's got 6, guessed it in 1. 8 numbers blinked on and off. Blinked on, then off on the display. Junpei checked one last time. They're gonna be like, what the fuck?
1 4 3 8 3 4 2 1.
I was just a bolt of divine providence. You know how it is.
Huh?
Hey, what the hell were those numbers?
Oh my gosh. Are those?
Junpei didn't answer. He simply walked straight to the coffin. He knelt down in front of the keypad, running over the numbers in his head so he wouldn't
1
forget.
4 1 4 3.
With trembling fingers, he punched them in. That was all of them. He punched the E button. There was a moment of complete silence. Too easy. Then there was the sound of the coffin lid unlatching. Someone sat up out of it.
No way.
What?
Why are you? Oh? Is that you, Clover? I apologize for worrying you. Snake!
You?
Junpei? And 7? Is that you? Is everyone else there as well?
Just like Rip Van Winkle. Still, it was very... Huh? So it was very much like Snake to simply cut to the heart of the matter and ask. See, I read Rip Van Winkle, and my first thought was the character from Hellsing, and I was like, no, that's probably not what they mean.
Jeez.
Seven and Junpei shared a wry smile. Clover's eyes were filled with tears.
You're back!
With a cry of joy, she leapt into Snake's arms. Let's go.
Gently now. My body's still a little weak.
Oh, you're back!
Finally, we did it. After not seeing Snake for like 70% of the game, we did it. Clover looked like nothing so much as a lost child who'd finally found her way home. She cried and cried and cried. Her eyes were red and her nose was running. She hiccuped and gasped as if she were about to begin hyperventilating.
You're really here!
Her voice was happy but almost desperate, as if she feared he would disappear again if she stopped talking to him. Tear after tremendous tear rolled its way down her face. Her small arm strained as she clutched Snake's body as tightly as she could. Perhaps she had to convince herself he was real. Perhaps she was worried he would be gone the moment she let go. Perhaps she simply didn't know what else to do.
You're back!
Come now, what's gotten into you? You're acting as though I've returned from the grave.
Not as though. You did. I really thought you were dead.
Huh?
You jerk! Idiot! Idiot! Idiot!
Clover broke into sobs so great she could no longer talk. It was a touching reunion between brother and sister. Even though Junpei knew they had little time and every minute they waited was a minute they wasted, it felt cruel to pull them apart. Junpei and Seven sat down on one of the pews, waiting for Clover to calm down before explaining to Snake what had transpired. And then, like a fucking psychic,
I see.
Junpei just solved the
I
puzzle.
believe I understand things rather well now, thank you. In the shower room, there is a dead body wearing my clothes. Because of that, you thought that I was dead, correct?
He quickly and neatly summarized the events of several hours. Junpei nodded.
You also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here, in this room.
For some reason.
Do I have it straight?
Well, the dead body in the captain's quarters is a surprise.
Sorry, there wasn't a good time to tell you.
Don't worry about it.
Well then. I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed. It's still something of a mystery who did all this, and why. The corpse in the shower room that looked like me, and the corpse in the captain's quarters. Why were they killed in the way they were?
You don't know?
No. Why would I?
The guy in the shower room. We don't know who he is, so let's just call him Mr. X. Anyway, this Mr. X is wearing Snake's clothes.
Sick Resident Evil reference.
But you're wearing some kind of weird robes. That means someone took your clothes and put them on Mr. X. We need to figure out who that was.
Well, how on fucking earth are we gonna do that?
I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. I only just now woke up. I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me. They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time.
When were you knocked out?
When we split up to look for the red.
Where did they get you? Do you remember?
It was a small room in one of the hallways on C deck.
You know, I've just noticed he does have Lotus's symbol on his stomach with a little dot in it. Do you think that's going to be relevant in the near future?
What happened?
The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted. A canister releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room. I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent.
You know, that seems like a pretty safe bet, yeah.
Then that means it was...
0.
Looks that way, huh?
There's nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coffin.
Well, but like, if it was 0, that means 0's dead right now, so that can't be true, you know?
Why? Why did 0 make Mr. X wear Snake's clothes? How would that benefit 0? I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? And I have no idea how I got the passcode for the coffin either.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it's part of some sort of warm-up. You know, kind of like this one's set up to get this bolt of providence from the morphogenetic field, and that's like the warm-up round for the real reason Zero's doing all this.
Truth had gone, and truth had gone.
Because it's gotta be, it has to be that Zero's trying to get information to someone through the morphogenetic field.
Where did those words come from? Why did I feel compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them?
Seven had asked him about it while they waited for Clover to finish crying. He had no answer for him then, and he still didn't.
All I know is my fingers moved on their own. It was like I did it subconsciously. I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean?
His mind was a maelstrom of mysteries, clues, theories, and more mysteries. He could barely think.
Also, Snake and Clover had been subjects in a similar experiment 9 years ago.
The ability to access the first and someone did. A girl. Her name was...
There had been another experiment conducted on this same ship 9 years ago, and a girl had died during it. Morphogenetic field theory. The two murders. Switching clothes. The nonary game.
And whatever strange thing was happening to Junpei himself. The maelstrom in his head spat out words and ideas that disappeared back into it almost as soon as he gasped them. Grasped them, not gasped them. But as he struggled through them, Junpei began to realize something. There was something that tied all of them together. And the point connecting the dots.
Zero.
Yeah, great job.
Leader. The person who trapped 9 of us on this sinking ship.
Mm-hmm.
Zero should know everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If we can uncover Zero's identity, all of our questions will be answered.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who was Zero? Junpei had the beginnings of a theory. If he could only test it, or perhaps...
At any rate, we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape. Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time you checked the clock. That means we have less than an hour. We must hurry.
Hey, how are we gonna get out of here?
Isn't that obvious? Through the other number 9 door.
Oh yeah, you're right. With Snake, we can open the door.
Don't tell me you hadn't figured that out.
As they snipped back and forth, Junpei glanced at Snake's left hand. He was wearing a bracelet with a 2 on it.
Come on, you gotta tell me these things.
I, assumed you'd figured it out.
Forget it. Let's just get going.
Seven stomped off toward the smaller number 9 door. Clover, Snake, and Junpei followed. Seven quickly laid his hand on the red, and asterisks appeared. Junpei and the others followed suit and laid their hands on the scanner panel. Soon there were 4 asterisks on the screen. Seven glanced at them, then laid his hand on the lever of the red.
All right. You guys ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Junpei paused for a moment.
Not yet.
Huh?
Before we go in, I'd like to check something.
You want to check something?
Yeah, but before I do, Seven, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us.
What do you mean? We don't need...
Just do it, alright? But if the door opens, don't go in. Please, this is really important. I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
We have to go find Gamami. Junpei looked directly into Seven's eyes. The older man looked back for a moment, then nodded. Seven pulled down the lever and door 9 creaked open. Then they waited. After 9 seconds, the door closed.
Alright, that means the 4 of us can go into door 9.
So? We knew that.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right. It is. Now, what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
What?
Zero's bracelet?
Why don't you take it out, Clover?
For a moment, Clover looked surprised, but she recovered quickly and stuck her tongue out at Junpei.
So you did know I had it. I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
She reached into one of the pockets of her voluminous jacket and produced a bracelet. Junpei took it from her and turned to Seven.
This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters. If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters, Cap. Then I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet. Well, the big question is, If Cap is the mastermind of this game, would he really put one of these bracelets on? Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Okay.
Now the captain's bracelet. And pull the lever.
However, the door didn't open. The red's display read error.
Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work?
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a third asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
We're now relearning all the information we already know, but Seven waved his bracelet in front of the scanner. Sure enough, a single asterisk appeared.
Huh. Looks like you're right.
See? So what does that mean? There's only one possibility.
That bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Then what number is it?
Let's find out.
Junpei, I don't remember what the number on it was. Was it 6? It was 6, right? And we're trying to get 9. So Snake and Junpei's 5. So 7 plus 6, that's not right. It's gonna need to be 4, isn't it? So 2, 4, 6 plus 7, that's not right. 2, 5, oh wait, no, I'm not counting Cap in that. Well, if Cap is 6, plus 6, 12, plus 7 is 19. That's not correct. 7 Junpei is 13. No. 12 plus 7 is 18. Or, no, he's 6, not 7. What am I talking about? Oh wait, no. Math is hard. I've overcooked.
Hey, it opened!
What? Why? What does that mean?
Both Seven and Clover seemed rather shaken, as they turned to look at Junpei for answers. The door slid heavily shut. Junpei raised an
Isn't
eyebrow.
it obvious? Cap's bracelet is number 6.
But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O.
Fuck off. Of course it is.
Oh.
Hexadecimals.
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't get it. I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
Before Junpei could answer, Snake spoke up.
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
But I don't get it. What about June?
But we've been using June's bracelet this whole time. Oh. Is hers 0? No, that wouldn't make any sense either. What's hers then? Is hers 9? That doesn't change the digital route, right?
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with.
But what number is it? Because it needs to have worked for all the doors that they opened.
Her bracelet was flipped.
Ah, let's go.
In other words, June's real number is
9.
That seems the most likely.
Then all this numbered door stuff was just a load of crap?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up.
Clover grabbed Junpei's notebook and began to write.
Look.
Junpei leaned over to look at it.
List of all the numbered doors June's got.
I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake? And that's everything. I wrote down which door she went into and with whom. And I wrote what all the numbers were.
Crazy you remember all this.
So if you switch 9 and wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work. If the digital route is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital route is 2...
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
She went through Santa.
What do you mean?
She went through with Santa every time, didn't she?
You're talking about 3, right?
3?
That little rat, I knew he was Zero.
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
What about it?
That's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind. Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing? The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 and Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3. Santa's real number, 7? Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure.
7 took the pen from a confused Clover and began to adjust her calculations.
This is what you were getting at, right, Snake?
He read out the changes he'd made. When he finished, he looked at Snake. Snake smiled.
Thank you. That is exactly right, 7. Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
No way. Santa is 0?
I fucking knew it. It's all coming together. I'm a genius.
And June was 9, not 6. Conversely, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and minus 3, they cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order.
Santa was still playing by the rules of the notary game this whole time.
Precisely.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
I'm not sure if he acted alone or not, but I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0, if my hypothesis is correct.
But why did he do this? Why is June's number actually 9 and the 0 bracelet is 6? Why is it like this? What purpose does doing that solve? Clover bit her lip. She seemed to be having some difficulty believing her brother's explanation. Junpei. Junpei remained silent and thought.
Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right. June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean there are 2 number 9 bracelets. And if that's the case...
All right, that's enough talking. Let's go. It's high time we went through that door.
We haven't been to the library yet. Door 9 opened. That was what I thought we were gonna do, but apparently not. We were just fucking with the thing again. They leapt through.
Oh, it's right there.
The dead was directly in front of them as they came through the door. Quickly they scanned their bracelets. And the detonator stopped. After pausing for a moment to catch their collective breath, Junpei and his companions headed down the long hallway in front of them.
All right, let's keep going.
At the end was a set of stairs leading down into the
I
ship.
think these stairs go to the bottom deck.
Oh, if they go to the bottom deck anyway, I guess we can still go to the library. They leaned out and looked over the side.
Let's head down.
After deciding it was safe, they headed down the stairs. Before long, Junpei and his companions found themselves on the bottom deck, my deck. They turned left into another hallway, at the end of which they found another door.
Hey, it's a...
And of course, there was a symbol engraved over the keyhole. It looked like the sort of harpoon one would use to hunt fish, the kind with 3 prongs. Snake traced the shape of it with his fingers.
This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere.
The librarium.
I only have the Uranus key card.
Clearly it wasn't going to open the door.
It's a different planet. Plus, it's the wrong kind of key.
Let's turn around and go back for now.
Yeah.
The library. After examining the door a few more minutes, they gave up and headed back the way you came.
Hey, another door.
With a little more searching, they found a metal door.
And a card reader this time.
A symbol was engraved into the card
It's the
reader.
Uranus symbol.
This is the place.
He muttered to himself and slid the card through the reader. It beeped once, and the light on it turned green. With a heavy metal groan, the door creaked open. Junpei, Clover, and Snake looked at one another, nodded, and stepped through. The room they found themselves in was full of books. Oh, that's a library,
Wow.
alright.
It's totally full of books.
There's so many. I don't know where to look.
It looked remarkably like a library. Yes, we knew it was going to be a library. Not the sort of library where large numbers of people came to read books, more the sort of library that was simply a place to store books. He felt a little overwhelmed by the sheer number of books, but Junpei did his best to speak with authority.
All right, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it.
Okay.
Very well. Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry.
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge. As he began his search, for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Wrong screen. I don't want to be on the adventure screen. Alright. This might be the last puzzle. Let's get cracking.